All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Set and Forget podcast. All right, so this is very well overdue. So literally, you guys have been blowing up the comments to have the man, the myth, legend, the special Cuebanks. So make sure to watch the video all the way to the end. The amount of gems the boy's about to drop. We've been chopping it up a little bit before, and he's just ready to bring that. Shout out to you for Q coming by.
Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you. Yo, so what's up, G? So Q just left right now the gym. You told me you're just leaving the gym.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
Right? So I'm gonna pop up a screenshot right now of scrawny Q.
Oh,
bro,
God.
he used to be skinny, bro. Oh. Like I used to be skinny. So, bro, like the level up has been crazy. Like you're saying you're weighing like 190 now?
190 now, flat. Yeah.
How much were you weighing back in the day?
Damn, like I feel like when I first started like getting big in trading and that kind of stuff, just like getting in that whole thing, I was probably like 155, 160, barely even breaking 160. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like a solid 190. I'm good. I feel good. I look good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's really all about.
You can tell, like, bro, Q's a tall, like, Q's tall as shit. Like I'm not that much taller than him, but you know, Q's a tall.
You're like 5'5", right? You're like 5'5". I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2".
Depends what shoes I'm wearing. But no, yeah. So like when you put on weight, since you're a big dude, bro, like you notice that shit. You could see it.
Yeah.
And then you were telling me you fell off a little bit and you're coming back on now.
Yeah, no, it's just like I wouldn't even call it as falling off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I call it like this life. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna really be able to be consistent inside the gym like how you can, because I mean I drive pretty far every single day for the gym. So like there's certain days that I'm not gonna want to make that drive and that kind of shit, and that's what it is. But at the same time, I make sure that my diet is good enough to maintain it. You know? Are
you gonna put a gym in your HQ?
Nah, definitely not.
No?
Because I'm fully against having everything in one place.
Why?
Because you're never gonna leave.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I
like
get what you mean. Yeah.
I like going to the gym and meeting people and that kind of stuff. Like actually getting outside a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like if everything's in your space, you're never gonna want to leave.
Or like you stay within your space, you don't get to grow.
You never get to grow. I'm good off that. Like I want to explore a little bit. Well, like I have like about 5 gym memberships in different areas.
Well, you seen Raul's HQ, bro. He's got like everything in there.
Yeah.
Like bro, you go in there, you don't have to leave for days. Like
yeah. I'm good off that. I'm straight. I want to leave.
Well, what's the deal on that? Because I know about a couple months ago, I remember you doing like a little picture update, kind of like what you had planned. What's the deal with the HQ?
Yeah, the HQ's coming. You know, like I literally have everything on the inside already purchased, as far as all the kitchen stuff, all the lounge stuff, like all the car area stuff. But I'm waiting for all the permits to actually get approved, so I could then just build everything out. But the permit process is literally a long ass fucking process. It's been like about 5 months already, just even waiting, you know. And then when they send it back, they could probably either accept it or decline it. Oh, fix this. It's part of the process, but at the same time, like I know that it's gonna come out exactly how I want it, so I'm not gonna rush the process.
Are you still gonna do that membership, the $60K
of course,
a year?
When everything is done, of course. Yeah.
So talk to me about that. What's the deal with that?
That is literally kind of like a country club. You know what I'm saying? Like you go there, knowing that you're meeting people there that's at like a high caliber in business and that kind of stuff. It's a networking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you could go there and then meet like one person, have one conversation, and all of a sudden that does elevate your entire business just like that.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, like literally by just having, for example, I went to the Bitcoin event this weekend that just passed, and bro, it was like a super random conversation that I had with a guy, and then I ended up, getting a little bit knowledge of him, and he's helping me get into the whole NFT space. I'm literally looking at a picture. I'm like, bro, I literally think this picture's dope. I'm taking a picture of it. He's like, oh, bro, like, what's up? What do you do? And then, bro, this kick started just like that. You get me? Well, it goes back to the getting outside, like going outside. To, like,
it's crazy because I just had a Q-tip that I just dropped this morning. Actually, I was like, yo, like, don't be shy to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions, because that one conversation that you might have with one person might open up 1,000 opportunities or 1,000 resources and that kind of shit. Just with one interaction with one person. Yeah, that's something that I was talking yesterday with Nick, your attorney. Yesterday he was we were talking a little bit about like his journey, because he told me he had his own firm. Later, like straight out of college, he was an intern for like about a year or two. Then he opened his own firm, and then he built it up, and then he sold it. And at the same time, they hired him and gave him, equity within the new firm. But then he told me, like, as soon as he was about to start, then we bought him out.
You hit him up.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, fuck it, I'm going balls deep. Yeah. Like, balls deep with him. So,
now he's doing great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know too many lawyers that's balling like him right now, honestly. Because I see some of his past colleagues and that kind of stuff. Like, they're always like, God damn, like, you're living like are you still a lawyer anymore? Like, because it's like such a different level of being a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like he's definitely being a good representation of how far you could actually go with just still doing everything professional, but at the same time in your own kind of way.
No, and he's very good at what he does.
Very.
Yesterday
very.
We were having, a conversation, and it's just like the knowledge that he has. I mean, I've never really kind of, 3-hour conversation with someone like that. I've never like, you know, got into thoughts, but that definitely he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, because at the same time, like it kind of like brings him outside of the box of just the books, you know, of just like everything by the book and that kind of stuff. So like I feel like whenever you're still professional, but at the same time like you're still traveling and meeting different people and that kind of thing, you learn a lot more than what you could versus just sticking to the book every single time.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, not keep it too political is what he was saying. Yeah, his favorite quote was, "Don't let the law get in between good business." So, that's
because some people are so by the book that to the point that they can't actually get a deal done and that kind of stuff because like they're so strictly like, you know, this has to be done this kind of way, or if not, then it's not going to work. But he makes it work. You know.
$5,000 giveaway alert. Literally super easy. Click the link below, register, and log into these credentials right here. These credentials are going to be the login to my $100 account where I'm going to be flipping it from 100 to 5,000. Literally, you're going to be seeing all of the trades that I take on my personal account and that I sent out in the signals. Literally, my trades being fully exposed. I've never done this, or I've never seen anybody do anything like this. Log into these credentials, click the link below, and then you guys are going to be seeing how I take the $100 to 5,000. Maybe I blow it, maybe I won't, but once I take it to the 5,000, then I'll be giving it away so you guys can, you know, trade it or do whatever you guys want with it. Literally, log into these credentials, click the link below, and you guys are literally going to see every single trade that I take when it comes to flipping this $100 account to $5,000. See you guys.
So, I mean, talk to me. So I'm sure everybody knows your journey. We have kind of similar journeys. You went from Target to now, you know, multiple serial entrepreneur. You're involved with a bunch of different businesses. You know, from Duncan. So, you know, a bunch of different backgrounds. I'm much younger than you are. How old are you now?
31.
So you're 10 years ahead of me, bro. 10 years ahead of me. So, I mean, I want to get some of your like knowledge, some of your like experience. I mean, you can speak either on like friends, relationships, because, you know, like I've had some, you know, interesting experiences in this past year, you know, like this whole like level up has been crazy. Like I've met people and as fast as they come, as fast as they go.
I mean, for one, I love seeing people that's younger than me that's on their shit, but at the same time, like they're so much ahead in a sense, like not like ahead as far as just like ahead as far as like exposure. You know what I'm saying? Because at 21, I mean, I had just got my work permit. I just started like a couple classes in college. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just starting that path of just let me see like what I could actually achieve in the world, you know what I'm saying? And to see a 21-year-old that's already pretty much, you know, had multiple cars, you got a ghost upstairs and like all these other things, that kind of shit like is inspiring for a lot of young people also, because you're kind of showing them like at 21, like you could still be doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like some people at 21, like they're just getting into the world, you're already in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like you're already making money, like you already have cars, businesses, all these things popping. So at the same time, it's kind of like, it's cool to see that, you know what I'm saying? 10 years younger, but at the same time, the experience it shows.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned a lot from you. You get me? Like I, you know, like we've hit each other up and like.
No, yeah, but at the same time, like, I mean, I want to be that inspiration for people that's younger than me also. You know what I'm saying? So like, just take notes, just watch like what's going on, and just like take notes and like learn from that, so you could pretty much be better. So like any person of any age, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like even some people that's older than me, you can still take notes from a person that is not, you know, in that same space as you. You know, like they probably have a bit more experience in business or, you know, in a certain skill set and that kind of stuff that you can still learn from that person also, you know?
Yeah, and it's like a different creative level. You know what I mean? Like, because like you have different business ideas that are a little bit more with your age group, I guess. I know you're getting involved in a new business that to me would be a little bit out of proportion because it's a little bit, you know, ahead of my game, if you would want to say.
I wouldn't say that because remember, like you're 21 now and you're already doing a bunch of business also, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely not out of your game yet or your age range yet, but at the same time, just try it out.
Yeah, so that's something that Nick said yesterday, and like Raul was, well, you see Raul, bro. Raul with like the risk is like that notch is like to the max.
Yeah,
He has that shit turned all the way. Nick was saying yesterday, as soon as he met you, he didn't even think about it twice. Like, bro, I'm betting the bank on it. You get me? I'm going all the way. Yeah. And that's something that I've been realizing, you know, doing multiple business with like Raul, and you know, just in anything that I get involved in, I'm like, bro, just if it sounds good, you're willing to take the risk, bro. Just go all in. You get me?
I mean, any kind of opportunity that you come across, I feel like just take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never gonna know like what could be, you know, the benefit if you don't even take the risk at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it fails, at least you learn something from it. You know, it could be like the smallest thing. Like, I've never turned out an opportunity when I started like my entrepreneurship journey. Any kind of opportunity, it was some affiliate stuff. Like, you know, it might seem weird to some people that's on the outside and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I still took advantage of a little opportunity to make some kind of money and to gain some kind of experience in a certain field. And then eventually that one little opportunity bounced off to another opportunity, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So it's like, I never try to turn down opportunities if it comes across to me.
Yeah,
you know?
Talking about opportunities, I see that you've made companies out of like memes of like people talking shit about you.
Of course.
Like literally, like I bro, you've done it a couple times.
Yeah,
you did it like with this guy talking shit that you look like a rapper or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So I feel like, for one, as you should.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody talks shit about you, but you know your value and what you bring and that kind of stuff, yo, like, listen, like, keep on talking shit. I'll make money off you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. So like, with that was a person that was just saying that, like, you know, just because, you know, I spend the way how I spend my money, I have to be like a rapper or some shit. Obviously, you're probably saying that because I'm black also and that kind of stuff. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, some people are just super closed-minded as to how they should be spending their money. And I always say, like, yo, if you make your own money, spend it however you want to spend it.
Yeah, of course.
It's all on you.
Yeah.
If you want to buy, all right, everybody has their own poison. You know what I'm saying? Like, my poison just happens to be cars and like jewelry and like certain things. Like, not crazy jewelry either. Just like simple shit. But at the same time, like cars. Like, that's like my poison. Somebody poison might be shoes. You know, or my
like Ryan's poison the drip. He loves
it's like
crazy.
clothes. Like, he just loves buying clothes and that kind of stuff. Like, that's his poison. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't really judge a person by how they spend their money, because that's not how you choose to spend that same amount of money. You know, like, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, of course.
So at the same time, like, if another person was in a position to spend like how you're spending, they would probably be spending the same kind of way. Yeah. You know?
Just in whatever is their poison.
Yeah, exactly. Like, spending thousands on, let's say, crayons, if you're into crayons, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's their choice. So like, I never ever judge a person like how they spend their money, but at the same time, like, you know, they earned it, so like they could spend it however they want to spend it.
If you got your bag, you do whatever you want with your bag.
Yeah, as you should though.
So like, when it comes to spending it, other than cars, what do you want to?
I mean, I do like a lot, like when it comes to like, you know, just making my house super comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on tech also, like with computers and that kind of stuff also. And also like just making other business opportunities, you know, reinvesting, but also like making sure that like my bank account is fluffed up. So it's not like everything that I make is being spent. At the same time, I love having the fact that I have a lot of cushion in my bank account. So it's not a stress to do certain things. You know what I'm saying?
So like what you're seeing that you got, that's just something like it's not taking a lot out of you, basically. Because you got that big cushion left.
Yeah, it's not cushion. Like if one day, you know what I'm saying, like, God forbid something happened to my family and everything else, and it costs so and so to get it done, like, I have $100,000 to blow easily and not care about it. You know what I'm saying? I could blow $100,000 tomorrow and I'll still be perfectly fine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a person doesn't have like that kind of cushion at times, I feel like keep on grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can blow 10K within the next 1 hour and not care about it, keep on grinding. And that's the kind of level that I'm on at the moment, based off of like the kind of grind that I've been working towards for the past like 6-7 years. Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you've been frontline in the game. That's something that Shaq said. So Shaq has like this simple financial quote that he found out from Bezos, right? So you get 100% of your income, right? You get 100% of your income. You split half of that, 50%, put it away, put it in your savings, put it whatever in your part. Then the other 50%, you cut that in half, and you give that 25% taxes. And then that 25, you get it to fuck around, do whatever you want. But he said that the real wealthy, they chop that in half, then they put some into investment, and then dumb to mess around. I have a much different perspective on it. I have very different, yeah.
Yeah, I have a that's what Shaq does. I have a 30-30, 30-10, right? So 30% I save, 30% I invest, and then 30% is for my residual expenses. Okay. So like crib, whips, food, meal plans, you know, that's residual, and then 10% is for like going out. You get me? So I feel like that I got 30% saved. So let's say I make whatever, for round purposes, make 100 grand, 30 grand I'm saving. 30 grand I'm using for an investment, whether it's in cryptos, any other ventures, you know, merch or whatever it is you want to get involved. 30% is then, which is 30 grand for that, and then another 30 grand for your regular expenses, right? Yeah. Which is whipped, cribs, whatever. Yeah, and then 10%
miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah, flashy shit. Bullshit. I mean, that's the way I do it. I mean, you have like a certain way, or you just go about it. So I mean, the volume you're bringing money is just
So like how I see it is, I learned this from my homeboy Joseph Carter. He was saying that, like, bro, like if you can't like really figure out how to save and that kind of stuff, just fucking make more money. Okay, like just make more money. That's it. Like, bring in so much money to the point that you don't really have to account for everything, or even like be frugal towards a certain topic and that kind of stuff. Like, yo, like I know that I pay a couple $100,000 in taxes a year. When taxes come, I'll be ready. It's cool. I'm not stressing. You know what I'm saying? Like if I still want to buy, a car, cool. Like I have money. I'm not stressing. You know what I'm saying? So like, but at the same time, I know that on the back end of all these things, I have a lot of business that's pretty much pushing to the point that it's making me money, and I'm not gonna have to stress about it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I hate the fact of I hate the word saving. I like my money to be worked, and moving at the same time. Like I say, like I only keep a certain amount of money in my bank account for, let's say, I could live off that. Like it can move. I could spend how I want to spend. It's not going to pretty much hurt. But at the same time, like a lot of my money, I like to actually keep in rotation as far as cryptos and like all the other stuff. But at the same time, like that's making me more money, So like, as long as I'm doing that or starting a business that makes me more money and more money and more money, then I'm not really, trying to allocate 30% here, 30% here, or 30% here. No, just keep on grinding and making more.
So when
more sources.
Yeah. So this is something that I asked Raul's dad, Dr. G. I'm like, when is that money enough? And like I asked him this question, bro.
It's a hard thing, yeah.
Yeah, and like he's the OG, he's OG. And he's got big family, everything he's got, right? And then I asked him like, when is it enough? Like when do you want to chill out and enjoy? He said something along the lines like, do you want to either eat the ice cream or do you want to be the ice cream maker?
Yeah.
He wants to be the ice cream maker.
Yeah, no, like and don't get me wrong, like you could chill out at any point. Like you could take a break of like a week or so and just like, have that fun and splurge however you want to splurge. But I believe in like, as you're making, spend it also, like if you just made 100,000, all right, cool. Like just have some fun, like it's never wrong to have fun with money that you're making, knowing that you're making it, and never make other people feel as if, other people at times will make a person feel as if it's wrong to spend money or to take a break or to have fun and that kind of stuff with the money that you're making. So I never ever even like look at people for advice, like when it comes to like certain things like that. Like however I spend my money is how I spend my money, and I just enjoy it as I go. Like I don't really try to say like, okay, on summertime I'm gonna stop working and just enjoy it. No, like I could just stop next week and just enjoy it. You know? Just flow with it.
So you just, there's no stopping point for you.
Nah, bro, like I believe in just like this flowing like with the wind. It's like not really just overthinking too many things, and just like not overthinking too many opportunities. Like like if you want to have fun, just have fun. Like don't make everything such a schedule and that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this past weekend, we went on like a business trip to Arizona, and then we got stuck in Houston. Like on the way back, we were like, yo, fuck it, like let's just spend a couple of days in Houston. Since
I saw that.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just we have an opportunity to chill out and vibe because we were literally stuck in Houston. Whatever. Like let's rent a dope ass car and just rent a dope ass hotel room and just have some fun and that kind of thing, because it's not like we scheduled that, it just happened. What I'm saying? Like I love living more spontaneous more than anything else, because I feel like it's the most enjoyable. Spontaneous trips with friends, businesses, family, like all these things. Like I don't like to schedule things to the point that like I'm locked into like doing something a certain kind of way.
Talking about family, what's the story with your family when you came across this whole trading shit? Because like I mean you're not from the States. Like no. I'm not from the States either, right? So like since our parents come to the States, you got to come here, get a degree, come do the whole night, you get me? So you could get a job, live the best life or whatever. So my parents came here, Cubans, work your ass off. Same thing as Jamaicans. They come here, they're gonna work their ass off, right? So like, how did they come and then you just get your working, what is it called?
Work permit.
Your work permit.
Yeah.
How'd you go from getting your work permit to leaving your job and doing the trading? Did your family trip out? Did they support you?
So for one, like my dad has been an entrepreneur like all his entire life since he was like 13 years old. Had businesses, big in politics, big on a lot of stuff. So at the same time, like entrepreneurship wise, look towards him, what I'm saying? He made it happen. He didn't graduate high school and that kind of stuff, but he made it happen. Big businesses, cars, all that shit, houses, property, a lot of shit. So at the same time, like I know that it's more than possible, what I'm saying? Especially like when it comes to a person that is now in a place with a lot more opportunity. He's in Jamaica the entire time making all this happen. So me having the opportunity to come to the States and actually make something of myself, it was opportunity all around me, So like when I got my work permit, started college. College was like, I first started taking classes for accounting. You know, then I started taking classes for nursing because like back then I'm like, yo, listen, like because I'm in love like with the body and that kind of stuff. Like I used to know all the freaking bone markings on like a bone and that kind of stuff. Really? I was really into it.
I can't picture you in scrubs, bro, ever in my life.
No. I look back at old photos and then I see that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the labs and that kind of stuff and anatomy class and like doing all these things. But don't get me wrong, I love learning about that kind of shit though, which is dope as fuck to me. But eventually it kind of came to the point that like, you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, like once I get out of here, I'll be making like around $80,000 a year starting, that kind of stuff. Like, you know, I could probably, you know, make something out of it. But eventually like, you got to think about it like, yo, the kind of lifestyle that you see yourself living, like whenever you close your eyes and that kind of stuff, and like you see Lambos, like you see houses, you see traveling, you see all these things. Like, who's gonna pay for the Lambo with $80,000?
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no way.
So you have to figure out a way on how to actually make that shit happen. So eventually, I came to a point that like I started doing like, you know, some online some online marketing stuff and like affiliate stuff, like all online, just making money from online and everything. So like when I started making, you know, a couple $100s from online every single week, then eventually started making, you know, a couple $1,000s and that kind of stuff. Like I was more open to the fact that like, yo, like people are really fucking doing this shit online, just from online, to staying at home and just like really having that niche that they are focused in to like make something happen. So eventually the entire time, like I'm telling like my parents and everything about it, my dad was fully against it, especially like when he found out that I was doing nursing, completely against it.
Really?
Oh,
for real?
I told him like, yeah, you know, like I'm in school, like, I'm in school doing nursing, blah, blah. Like he was fully against it because nursing females, like that's what he's thinking, nursing females, and like nursing male, like immersed. Yeah. You know, so eventually like after that, I started to focus on physical therapy assistant, like that's like similar fields in medical, kind of like to bounce around and that kind of stuff. But eventually I got to a point that like, yo, it's not gonna work out. I applied for the program, I didn't get in, and that's when I said, you know what, fuck it, because I put in so much work to get these credentials and like the prerequisites and that kind of stuff, and I still didn't get into the program. You know, grades were decent and that kind of thing, but at the same time, it just wasn't good enough. And I was like, yo, you know what? Let me stop wasting my time on this part of my entire life. So I stopped school, and then I started focusing on just the online stuff. Eventually, I came across trading, and I seen people making, you know, a couple $100s, a couple $1,000, and that kind of stuff. And eventually, back then, like you weren't seeing people doing $100,000 days, bro.
No, bro.
You weren't seeing it. You know, back in 2015, like you're not seeing nobody doing $100,000 days. A couple $1,000s here, 20K here, 10K here, that kind of stuff. Cool. But back then, it was rarely anybody showing that. But at the same time, like I had personal friends that were doing those 20K days and that kind of stuff. So I knew that it was possible.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I show like, you know, those messages like every now and again also.
I
like,
see them all the time, but motivating as fuck, huh?
Yeah, and like I had like one person, like one friend, like back then, like he was, I think he just had a daughter. He was making like around 10 or 20K a day, doing fucking great for himself. And then I was really amazed by his profits like back then, because like while he's making 20K a day, I'm making like about 2,000, 3,000, like that kind of stuff. I'm still making money, but he showed me like, bro, you could still make a lot fucking more based off like the skill level and that kind of shit. So looking back at those messages now, me having like my 100K days and that kind of shit, is definitely seemed like I was meant for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like the parents factor of things, I understand parents.
Okay.
Parents only want things that are a bit more secure, and they want to make sure that you're going to be good and not fucking fall flat on your face and broken, that kind of shit. I get it. So that's why they said school is like a, you know, like a safe way and that kind of stuff. So eventually, when I started making, you know, some decent money, got my own car, got my own apartment, I upgraded cars. Then it started being a bit more open to like, God damn, like it's really working, right?
Yeah.
Which is cool though, because at the same time, like now, like I put myself in a spot that I'm able to now help my family now. You know what I'm saying? In many, many ways. So at the same time, like at first they didn't really believe it, but eventually, from what I shown over the years and that kind of stuff, like how I developed in other businesses and that kind of stuff, they actually see that like, yo, you could go other routes than just school and still make something out of yourself.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the same thing. I mean, like even to this day, like now, like, you know, all of like these changing cars, you know, like I'm, you know, investing into other stuff. I bought in like I've paid out trips for my parents. You get me? Like these are stuff that happen behind the scenes that I don't really like, you know, put out there.
You don't brag about that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't like doing that.
It would be corny as fuck if you were like, yo, look, I just bought like my parents so and so and so and so and so and so. Like it's corny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna do it, just do it. You know, like you don't have to make it a thing. You know,
like I've literally paid full week vacations for my parents, either to Hard Rock, they've gone to Puerto Rico, like and like it's all by me. You get me? And then like they tripped out when I had like big things back to back to back. I paid for the trip to Puerto Rico. I got the car and I got the new apartment.
They're like, yo, like, are you okay?
Yeah,
like,
and they're just like, yo, what are you doing? And I'm just like, bro, I'm just doing me. You get me? Just like chill. And then they start getting worried. You get me? They start like the whole worry factor. They think you're in like some shady shit or whatever. They don't really understand what you're doing. But then once you explain to them what you're doing, like trading, show them the numbers, bro, and it's just like they get to the point where
the community also like they see people talking about you and that kind of thing also. You know,
they don't understand that.
Yeah,
I swear they don't get that. They don't even, bro. If my parents could still have a flip phone, they would.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Yeah,
like
rough.
yeah, they have the iPhone and they're still like, bro, how do I FaceTime?
Oh
you
god.
know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like My mom puts the glasses on. She's like, like this. It's like, call me on FaceTime. I don't know how to call you on FaceTime.
Oh, God.
It's like
that's rough.
But you know, I'm at the point where like I have a little younger sister, and then like, you know, I've kind of set away like of a journey for her because she kind of trying to get into the whole entrepreneur space too. So you know, she's not getting any more like of like the big backlashing. I got it. You get me? Like the whole they don't believe in you and all that stuff. So I mean, that I feel like that's something that a lot of people. I get many messages of that. You get me? Like many messages of just like, oh, like what do I do when my parents don't believe me? I'm like, bro, just fucking keep going, bro.
Let's keep on going. Like I said, parents only want you to make money and be secure.
Secure, yeah.
Once they see that what you're doing is making you secure, they're a bit more open to it. Obviously, it's not the first like path of doing things, but at the same time, like once you actually show them like, yo, like this and that, like I can still go this path and still be just as good or even better, they're gonna be open to it for other generations. Like now, your sister, they're not going to be as strict or as scared because they know that it's possible based off of you actually opening that door, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And then when would you say it shifted? Like you knew that like, yo, this shit's working. Because I know I've we've talked about your story before. Like you said, you got this shit quick. You got this in 6 months.
So like I had my first $1,000 day like in April 2015. I started in November 2014. So my first $1,000 day in about 6 months. That's not bad. You know, I was in class while in a sociology class, you know, when it hit $1,000 in profit.
And expenses back then, I'm sure they weren't like now.
Hell no. God, yo, think about it. Rent was like about $1,800. Car payment was like about $400. Rent, insurance was about maybe like $300. Yeah, that's kind of changed now. Insurance now is probably like $2,600 for all my cars. Like, oh god, it's wild.
$2,600 for all your cars?
Yeah,
that's not that bad.
Full coverage. So.
I pay $800 per car. I pay $800 for the Rolls, $800 for the McLaren.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm young. I'm on my own policy. You probably got like a multi-car.
Yeah. Well, I have like 9 cars under my policy. So
holy shit, bro.
So like it's like a multiple car discount also. Like
so I know you have an assistant. I know you have like a whole team operating. How does that work? Because I know bro, you got a lot of shit going on, and I know like I got shit going on, and I'm not a 1-man team, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm I got a 2-3 man team. Like what's your team looking like?
Damn big, bro. Because at the same time, like I have like my different properties that I have also like my compound and that kind of stuff. I have a couple people working at the compound every single day to like build stuff and to maintain stuff and that kind of thing. So like, landscapers come a certain day, people are there to take care of the goats. People are there to build stuff, to install new gates or new things to paint, like that's a whole thing. And then I have my house, I have my housekeeper, I have my assistant that pretty much checks up on me every single day, like all these things. So I have about 6 people that pretty much keeps like my life intact, which makes it very, very smooth, because beforehand, like I would wake up, have a whole bunch of shit to fucking do. Then I'll just do things like whenever I feel like it, which means that I'm not going to be as productive as I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like there was times that like I would, leave certain emails on the red for freaking weeks at a time. But at the same time, like I'm not on my phone or checking these things like how I need to be. So like when I finally got an assistant, I feel like the productivity in the entire business just like elevated like drastically because, everything's getting done. Hats are getting made. Shirts are getting made. Everything's pretty much getting made. So we could actually have the merch, have all the students taken care of on the Facebook group. All these things that I would do on my own each and every day. Yeah,
and you can focus more on like your creativity level. You get me? Like you got more time to just do you. You get me? You're not. Yeah, you're not. And then this is something that I asked Johnny again, right? I'm asking you guys. You guys, got years on me. You guys got more experience. Like, how do you know who to bring on? Like, cause like cause we brought people in our circle and they fucked us over.
Yeah.
Who do you know how to bring around your circle? Like, what's selected?
I feel like that to me, like that should be so obvious though.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be super obvious.
You got like fucking the sixth sense.
It's energy, bro. Like you got to tell a person energy, like, you know, like what their intentions are. You know, like if a person come around you and like they're just like super friendly and just try to, you know what I'm saying? Like it could seem like it's good vibes, but at the same time, like that could be like, you know, they have other intentions just to kind of get in to the point that they could see like what they could get out of you, you know? I had many people that, you know, came into my life on that same kind of tip, and they eventually, like, you know, they fucked me over, like money and that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like $20,000-$30,000 on certain deals that, you know, we had going on that eventually didn't really work out because they had other intentions the entire time, you know? So I feel like it's just energy based, bro. I could tell energies just from off one conversation, off one interaction a lot of times, you know?
Really?
How you treat people around you, how you treat your parents. When you walk into a room, do you have manners? Like, do you say good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening? You know, like in a Jamaican family house, like if you walk in at nighttime, good night, good night. You know what I'm saying? Like you have manners on how you actually approach a certain environment and that kind of thing. Like all those things are either green flags or completely fucking red flags. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you treat one person, how you're gonna treat everybody. Yeah, just like treating people, like do you like talk down on people? Like all these things is a part of just like reading a person to the point that like, damn, like is this person gonna be good around me or not? Like if you meet a person and all of a sudden like they see a homeless guy in the street, they're like, oh my God, like look at him, he's fucking homeless. Like it's just like, what the fuck? Like really, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just unnecessary shit. So like I feel like all that stuff is kind of obvious when it comes down to it, and then you'll notice it when it actually appears. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard to recognize. Just pay attention. Like, but the energy speaks though.
Yeah.
Energy speaks.
Because it's something that like now I'm just even more cautious. You feel me? Because this is like people be friendly out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
You get me? So it's just like,
especially knowing that they could get some kind of money out of you and that kind of stuff, or like some kind of resources. Like, oh yeah, like, they're gonna be friendly, and then they're gonna try to get good with you in some kind of way. You know, and a lot of times, like if you're gullible, you would let them into your circle, and all of a sudden, like introduce them to everybody, and all of a sudden, like they just take advantage of that shit.
Just change numbers, and now they're locked in the group. What would you say would be one of your biggest L's and then one of your biggest W's? You could say could be trading, could be life, could be experiences. Like I mean,
this L's. I'm not gonna say the whole, you know, like L's lesson, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah. No. Too basic. No. But like
I think it's like more just
No. But like when I mean biggest L, like what's been like the biggest shit? Like damn, like fuck. Obviously no regrets, but like fuck, like I felt that took me a while to get back up. You got me?
No. It was just that though. Like you know, introducing people into your life and then like having them fuck you over when you actually let them in so much. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Okay.
So like that, like but. You know, that situation happened like a couple years ago, but at the same time, like it's just like what the fuck, like. So since then, I've been very, very cautious of, you know, the type of people that I bring in, and a lot of times people that's around you can also feel that same kind of energy, also that might be negative. So I feel like it's just more, I let that person in my life, and then all of a sudden, you know, like you know, it was my fault too because I actually agreed to the deals and that kind of stuff. Even though it was a little bit sketchy in my head, I actually still agreed to it, which fucked me over entirely for like $50,000.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, like, because like once they come into you like that, you're just like whatever. Like they're giving you good vibes, whatever. Let's do something.
It was different vibes. It was different vibes. It was vibes that I never experienced before, but at the same time, it came off super friendly to the point that I was like, you know what, you know, he's so and so, like. He got cars too. I got cars. You know, like all these things were some kind of similarities that we both had. So you felt a bit more comfortable. And then eventually, you know, like it wasn't what it was. You know?
It is what it is. I know you recently added, well, not that recent anymore, Prince. I know you added Prince to your team.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ryan. I think when Ryan got on, he was talking about like the whole Amazon story. He's like, bro, like we didn't know Prince from like yesterday. Like I know you've been fucking with Prince since years, right? Like you've been.
I met Prince when I first got my yellow SV. He came to. A little meet and greet that we did actually for like a little car. Well, it was a car unveiling first, and then like that's how I met him there. He's Jamaican also. He's on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I love seeing that. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing people that's from the island that I come from also. That's also on their shit because it just shows that like like there's more people like me out there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good to see that. So with him, he kind of stayed around the circle, like you know, not like fully around the circle, but he was like a little bit distant, but whenever we had like a big event, he would always show face and that kind of stuff. So eventually, you know, he kind of brought his value to us by telling us about the Amazon stuff that he has going on, which eventually, you know, come on board. Because like FIP overall, it's more about being an entrepreneur hub than just about traders. You know what I'm saying? Like any little thing that you want to learn about with entrepreneurship, you can learn something within this entire brand. It could be Amazon, it could be trading, it could be cryptos, you know, it could be photography. Like we have a lot of things that's coming on board soon with the FIP brand. Yeah. We have also a captain, like a boating captain course coming on soon also.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty random.
Yeah, because we have a lot of people that we actually interact with every single day. So like, why not take advantage of their skill and turn it into something that other people can actually learn from also, you know what I'm saying? And that alone, I feel like it just brings a lot of value to the entire brand, because no matter like what you're into, like there's something that you could find within this entire brand to benefit from.
Yeah. No, that's something that you can tell. Like you got everybody from different around.
Yeah.
What would you say would be one of your like biggest, not W's? I feel like it's too basic.
That's too basic.
Yeah, it's too basic. Like one of your biggest, like, damn, like this shit, you know, gave me the experience, or I learned from this and it took me to the next level. You get me? Like yeah.
I feel like just meeting people like Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Anthony.
Anthony's dope, bro.
Yeah, like me and Anthony did business first, like back in 2017, I think, or 2016.
My bad that I'm gonna interrupt you, but it's crazy that you tell me one of your biggest L's is bringing in the wrong person. One of your bigger W's is meeting the right person.
Yeah.
So you gotta be cautious. That's fucking nuts, bro.
Yeah, because at the same time, like, it's not gonna be every single day that you're gonna bring a person that's around you that's gonna bring you value every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like a person might bring you like just, you know, just presence, you know what I'm saying? Like, but not everybody's gonna bring you value, every single person that you bring on board and that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like some people just might be around just for the vibes, you know? But I met Anthony like back in 2016, 2017. He introduced me with like an opportunity to become an affiliate for like a broker that he was using at the time. And then from there, he was making money off of like my affiliates, and I was making money off of the affiliates, like probably like 3-4K a week and that kind of shit. He was making a lot more than me at the moment. So we was both making money. You know what I'm saying? So like he felt like that vibe. Like I actually built up his client base a lot. So like that was some good shit for me, just introducing a person that I just met. You know what I'm saying? Like the first introduction was a money making opportunity, and then both of us actually made money. That's great. Yeah. And then that kind of like rolled over into other opportunities that we actually came across eventually. And then we always did business beyond that point. So the cool thing about that is, I said this on a different podcast and everything, like it's never been anything greedy based, like when it came to me and him. You know what I'm saying? Like before we even met, we made like well over $800,000 before we even met in person. Yeah, like you guys had like you guys got money each. Yeah, first, yeah. No, but like we made money together before, like over $800,000 before we even met in person. Dope. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So like that was pretty cool, because at the same time, like damn, like you're all the way across the country, I'm all the way out here in Florida, but we're making so much fucking money together. Like that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's never been any kind of like back and forth with like bad vibes and that kind of stuff. So it's like it's pretty cool to know that you could bring in a person into your life to have that kind of impact. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So like that was definitely like the biggest W, I feel like, because like I said, the L, bringing in the wrong people, the W is bringing in the right people. Yeah. You know? I feel like the money shit's too basic. It's like, what's your biggest loss? What's your biggest day? It's just like, you know, that happens every day type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a regular cliche type. Yeah. And it's just like everybody knows the numbers. Yeah. Okay. You've made whatever million, whatever. But it's just, I feel like there's more than that to Q. You get me? Like there's more to Q than trading. There's more to just like Forex. You get me? I do so much more outside of trading. Like it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like, obviously, like that's like the main reason as to why I'm known in that kind of stuff is trading. But at the same time, like I think beyond that is, you know, I'm an overall entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur at that. So at the same time, like I look at that more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? So like whenever a person asks me like, yo, like what do I do? I'd be like, I do a lot, you know, because I hate saying like, oh, like I'm a trader, I trade Forex. Nah, like that's just a cliche now. But at the same time, you have a lot of these MLM companies that pretty much kind of like made that bad name for a person to say that they're a Forex trader. Everybody's a Forex trader. Yeah, like, oh, so you sign up for a company and now you're a Forex trader? Not at all. Like that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna talk about a little bit like the little businesses or, you know, new venture you got with Anthony coming out? You told me. Yeah, like we have a few things coming out, but like one of the big ones is probably our energy drink that we have coming out called Infinite E.
That's lit.
That's gonna be fucking crazy.
That's
we have
lit,
like
bro.
about 5 different flavors already, but at the same time, like it's gonna be such like a nice refreshment to the entire like drinks industry. It's gonna be super dope. So like instead of having a person with a Red Bull in a club, Infinite E, and then if you want to go to sleep, Infinite Z. Like it's so much shit that we're coming out with that is fucking dope. So like tapping into other industries, I feel like it's fun because I mean we have money to invest in that kind of stuff in different projects. So like why not just dabble a tad bit? Even though that's kind of like away from what we're mainly known for, it's cool just kind of like to tap in a little bit and everything in different scenes and shit, you know?
How does it feel now? Because like I feel like, you know, I go back to my old neighborhood or my old high school and I kind of look at where I'm at now. And to me, everything seems like a blur.
Like what?
Like just so fast. You get me? Like,
yeah. But,
like what about you? Like you drive around old streets and you're like, damn, bro, like what, 5 years ago I was fucking riding a bike through here. You get me?
Nah, like I don't like to reminisce much.
You don't. You just keep pushing forward.
Keep pushing forward, bro. Like I feel like if I'm over here trying to reminisce on the past, like I'm stuck in the past.
You're stuck in the past. Yeah.
You know, it's cool to look back at photos and that kind of stuff if they pop up, but
yeah,
I don't purposely like go into an old neighborhood and like, God damn, like remember that? Like, God damn, like that was pretty cool, huh? Like, but at the same time, like if it comes up, it comes up. But at the same time, like I like to live in the present. You know, I hate being in the past too much. You know.
Okay. That's interesting because like I mean some people use it as motivation.
Nah, fuck that.
I've done it a couple times where I have to go to like my old neighborhood just because like I have family by there and I'm driving around. I'm like fuck dude, like I used to fucking walk through these streets. You get me? Not riding around in a supercar. You get me?
But it's like
that doesn't hit you no type of way. Just curious.
It's like okay, so with me, I feel like I think very differently towards that. I feel like when it comes to certain things, like if you drive down the street, like God damn, like I can't believe I fucking did this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like. That means that you never really had a true...
You never believed in yourself.
You never believed in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always believed in myself in some kind of way. Like, even though, like, when I was, you know, fixing up bicycles or, like, just, you know, spray painting bicycles and, like fixing them with wheels and, like, all these things, like, back in the day and that kind of stuff. Like, riding all the way, like, taking 3, 4, 5 miles to get BB guns and, like, play BB guns, like, with my friends and that kind of stuff. Like, that's one thing. But at the same time, like, I was still aiming towards something bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like the entire time while I'm having fun as a kid, I'm still aiming towards something bigger the entire time. You know? When I was a kid. You know, like when I'm grown. Like I'm doing grown man shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not thinking about, you know, what I was doing like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about damn, like I can't believe like I used to walk from school and this. No, like obviously I was a kid.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I expect nothing less of me. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older and that kind of stuff, like I had to kind of start taking life seriously. Like now I'm in the fucking real world, real bills,
doing real shit. Yeah,
real shit. So obviously you got to start acting like a fucking man at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to start, you know, moving like a fucking man, like moving in the world so you could actually get shit done. Because if you're in the world, real world, I'm talking about 18 plus. You're actually in the fucking. Not in school like how you...
High school bullshit. Yeah,
that kind of shit, right? You have to get shit done. If you don't get shit done, then you're going to be a bum in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? Still acting like you're at your mom's house at 16 and that kind of shit. No, like that's not what it is. Like you have to pretty much get to a point that you're, you know, surviving for your own self eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like have your own house, your own kids, your own bills, all these things because that's a part of life, I feel like. You know?
Of course.
Yeah.
And then what would so we can wrap it up? What would be the top 3 things you would recommend to people out there? Could be anything. Could be trading, business, people you associate. What would be the top 3 things you would recommend to people that from your experience?
Damn. I'll definitely say
you could throw 3 different ones if you want.
I know. For one, don't be scared to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Interact with people, ask questions. You know, try to gain that network. Don't turn down opportunities because it might seem skeptical. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might seem skeptical, there's some sort of truth somewhere within that business opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like when let's say like the first affiliate thing that I had started, it was like, all right, cool, like sign this person up for $40 and then you get back $80. It sounds crazy.
It does sound crazy.
But it fucking worked.
Yeah.
Like I had shit hit my bank account every other week. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it worked, but at the same time, like the truth behind that was, you know, obviously with chargebacks and that kind of stuff, like it'll get taken away, but at the same time, it still showed that money could be made in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So like, even though like it was quick money, you know, I still took advantage of it. So like any opportunity that you do come across, take advantage of it. You know, like you never know where the opportunity is gonna take you to, or who that opportunity is gonna let you meet. And crazy because that one opportunity back then, it made me start making my own name in the niche from back then, which transferred over to other niches along the way. And so like that, it helped me out in some kind of way, you know? So I gained a network from that one opportunity, of
course,
you know? The last tip I would probably say is, be passionate, you know, be passionate about anything that you're into. Like if you're fucking sweeping floors, like fucking be passionate about that shit.
Be the best
at it, you know? So like you could be seen, you know? If you want to become that top trader, try to be the best at it. Like put in time, like show the passion towards it. Like study your ass off. Like do things to actually gain capital to then be able to invest how you want to invest. And yeah, just put in time into your craft and just be passionate about it. Honestly, because
don't look back. I like that. I like that you mentioned that, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, bro. Because I feel like a lot of people like they really
they love reminiscing.
They love reminiscing to the point that it doesn't move them forward. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they think too much on the past. Like, God damn, like I can't believe. Oh my God, like I used to be here. Oh, I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like move forward. You know, like
yeah.
The clock is gonna keep on.
Yeah, like what do you
forward.
expect? You like do you not want to move forward? Like
yeah, exactly.
Now when you move forward, you're gonna complain.
Yeah, but at the same time, like don't like dwell on the past to the point that it doesn't propel you forward. And that's when it gets scary. You know, because you're thinking about, you know, where you was 10 years ago and this and that. Like I used to be here. That's why like I personally hate talking about like my target story at times, because I'm like, yo, listen, like I get it.
I'm over that shit, yeah.
Bro, I was 24, 25. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I had no other opportunities, you know? So like I had to do like what I had to do at the same time. Like I was 24, 25, bro. Like, you know, like I just got fired from a different job. I stopped going to school. Like I had to do like what I had to do. But at the same time, like that's 24, 25. Like, you know, I want to move from that, you know?
100%.
I'm here now, you know, I'm not worried about there, you know?
Now we're fucking making drinks for the clubs, bro. Yo, Q, appreciate you for dropping on the gems. Hope to see you on another episode.
Got you, bro.
Thank you, Q. Take it easy, guys.